All right. Welcome back to Scriptic Redman. I hope you guys are enjoying Redman as much as I am, and if you are and you would like to help support me or even play along, you can download this game for free using my download code that I will have linked in the top of the description as well as pinned in the top of the comments. You can also play a game, seasons like Unmasked, as well as a free season Dispatcher, which I haven't gotten into Unmasked or Dispatcher, but I'm sure I will after we complete Redman. So if we view the episodes, we are now on episode 5, Hello Lads. Jerome's fall appears solved until the case unravels and the world turns upside down. In the last video, we interrogated B. Drilla, also known as Bradley. And when we interviewed Bradley, we didn't really get very much information out of him. However, what we did find out in the very end of that video, a huge, absolutely huge clue when we were talking with the SE15 chat, the group of friends of Jerome's, that the text messages that Jerome was receiving from who he thought was Bradley was not from Bradley. Might have been from somebody who was older. They were using vernacular that was used by older people, like calling a girl bird. Now, I have heard from my fellow viewers overseas, across the pond out in the UK, that you do call girls birds. But I don't know, again, I don't know if maybe you're on the older side or maybe you're on the younger side, so. But apparently they do call girls birds, which, maybe that is the case. Now, I don't think Bradley was the one responding to Jerome in those text messages, just based off of how we were gathering that type of information. We do still have Bradley for, I think it's like 48 hours, and hopefully we'll be able to interrogate him and interview him and ask more questions and get down and dirty and get to the bottom of what actually happened to Jerome Jacobs. But to be able to do that, we have to jump right into episode 5, Hello Lads. All right, we're in. I wonder, let's go ahead and check with chat. Let's check in intelligence. The boys allege Bradley's texts are fakes. So they shared Bradley's text I shared Bradley's text with the boys, and they allege that the texts were written by someone other than Bradley, like someone else. The slang used is not genuine. They seem to say that the slang that was used was somebody that is older, not from the younger crowd anymore. So Sophie, if you could look into that for me, that would be great. You don't think they might be getting a bit carried away? No, I believe them. I believe them 100%. These boys know their own dialect, Sophie. I trust their instincts here. Yes. 100%. Okay, babe. Yeah. I'll take a look into it. I'll get back to you soon. All right. Thanks, Sophie. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and check the chats with SC15. Notes is still locked and calls are still locked. Nothing new in BBO news. Nothing else in chats, doesn't look like. I mean, even the SC15 chat is like empty. All right, let's go ahead and go back to Sophie and skip through. See what Sophie can come up with. Tongue-tied. This is a what? Strange. This is a strange. It's not that this is strange, but this is a strange. I've been sweeping through the Bradley chat metadata and have been finding lots of irregularities across the whole phone. Interesting. It appears some of the data has been altered by Secure Yard OS IDs. Ooh. Do we have a double agent? I'm going to restore Jerome's virtual smartphone to the settings at the time of his murder. Let's both have a look and see if anything changes. Yes. Perfect. I will do that. I will have a look. I don't see anything changes. Let's check photos. Is there anything changed in photos? No. Check chat apps. I don't see anything. Anything in Snap Life? Darren, official. Who's Giselle? Who's Giselle? Look at you, Giselle. Yeah, some future ex-wife vibes going in there. I don't see anything new. I don't see anything interesting. Let's see what the Snap Life chats or the little things are. Nothing. I'm sure there's probably supposed to be sound, but there's some sound here.
So I'm always getting messages saying, "Oh, Callum, you've got such great skin. Drop your skincare routine." And you know what? I'm going to do it for you.
Dropping the skincare routine. Oh, Mia with that like bikini pic, still going after the thirsty boys out there. It looks like. Then there. Oh, Bradley. We had some restored information with Bradley, I think. Oh, yeah, it's going nuts. Everything's going crazy. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's. Wow. This is nuts. Everything's all wonky. Everything's freaking out on us. That was straight racist attack. Oh wait, what happened here? Yo G, how you been? Bradley, what's up, my guy? Hey Tara. How's Tara? I guess you heard. Yes. Look, we can meet and talk about it. We go way back, man. I don't want to lose our friendship. Okay. You around tomorrow? Could meet at Burgess Park? That was straight. I can't get it out of my head. That was a straight racist attack, bruv. Sweet. See you then. The fuck, Bradley? What the fuck? I know. So this wasn't actually anything that they were talking about. So somebody took everything out. I know. Then police treated us like animals. Just the way the big ginger one, the red man, was laughing, cackling. I can't get that. It was Bronson and McGuire. Oh, please don't tell me it was Bronson and McGuire. Was laughing, cackling. I can't get it out of my head. Please stop. I just feel sick. That was just a straight racist attack, bruv. How you supposed to tell my mom about this? She gonna know something's up. How am I supposed to tell her? Don't leave her out of it. Show me the vid you got. I can't. Show it to me, Jerome. So this is the video. So let's go ahead and watch the video. That looks just like Bronson and McGuire. This is terrible. So it was the police. The good guys were the bad guys all along.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm PC Bronson. This is my colleague, PC McGuire. All right.
Bronson and McGuire.
So what's going on here? What are you doing here?
Just chilling, isn't it?
Chilling, yeah?
Yeah, chilling.
Great.
Chilling.
Perfect. So we've had reports of drug dealing.
Okay.
But do you know anything about that at all?
No.
Anything about that at all?
No.
Nothing at all.
No.
Oh, that's strange. So remarkably, you both fit the bill.
What the fuck does that mean?
What do you mean?
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't speak to me like this. We're here doing our jobs, and we need to question you about this stuff, don't we, PC McGuire?
We do, yeah.
Exactly. So what's going to happen from here, you'll both be searched. If you find anything incriminating, you know what the score will be, all right? You got anything sharp on you?
No. What the fuck, man?
Who the
Chill.
fuck are you looking at? Don't fucking look at me, you...
Oh my
Back
goodness.
off, Redman.
Yes, it's going to...
Videos
Get that one. Shut up!
glitching out.
Show me. Take a picture of it. Oh, he's crying. Crying like a little wuss.
Oh my goodness.
Come on. Right, so... That was a good mission, wasn't it? Right, we got to go. Are we off? Yep, we got to go. All right, boys. Well, get to me, yeah? Yep. We'll hopefully be seeing you again. Yep. All right, stay out of trouble, yeah? Oh, where's your wallet, yeah? Yo.
Wow, that is insane. They were hiding evidence this whole time. They changed the metadata inside that text to make it look like it was Bradley the whole time. And Redman was Bronson. Bronson was the Redman. My God, bruv, you got all of it. We have to put this online now. We can get them fired, arrested maybe. I don't want to, Bradley. Please, can we just forget about it, please? Okay, bro. It's calm. It's okay. We can do we don't have to do anything about it. I feel like this is a nightmare. It's going to be okay, bro. I promise you. You can call me anytime, okay? Bradley's such a nice guy. He's such a good friend. It was never Bradley. It was never Bradley. I'm glad you have Tara to talk to. She's a good girl. I'm happy for you too. She's calling now. I need to go. That is insane. It was Bronson and McGuire the whole time. The red man was Bronson, the tall ginger. Oh my goodness, Sophie, we have some stuff to talk about. Look, you're next. I know who the red man is. Red man is Bronson. That is oh no. Sophie, please be on my side. Please don't be like, we need to keep this secret. Like, we can't tell anybody. Please don't say that, Sophie.
What the fuck have I just seen? What the fuck is this? This is so messed up.
So messed up.
I don't understand how we missed this. And it's not making... Oh, my God. I don't think Bradley North had anything to do with it.
No, not at all.
I think that PC Bronson and PC McGuire might have had something to do with Jerome's murder.
100%. 100%. I don't want to ask Sophie I mean, Sophie's going to be on my side, right? If I ask Sophie, like, hey, what do we do? She's going to be like, we need to talk. We need to talk to somebody.
Right. Oh, my God. Right. Okay, I'm going to need you to go to DCI Sutherland and let him know what's happened. I trust him, and he's going to know how to handle this, okay?
I trust Sutherland as well, as of right now.
Wait.
All right, Sophie's going to do some digging.
I'm going to do some more digging, and I'll let you know if I find anything.
Oh, my goodness. Sutherland, I got some shit to tell you. Bye, Sophie. Sophie's on my side. I think I can trust Sophie. Sutherland, can you give me a ring? Mind give me a ring just to clarify some Crown Court procedure? We got to remember, Bronson and McGuire can see this as well. So if we talk to Sutherland over phone, then keep Bronson's eyes and McGuire's eyes out of it as far as text.
Hi, detective.
Hang up the message on, then message me on private channel. Yeah. And straight. Yep, straight. Hung up. That's good. Encrypted channel. Sutherland. Check Bradley's messages now. Jerome's virtual smartphone has been tampered with. Sophie traced it back to 2 secure Yard OS IDs. Check the Bradley texts now. And the IDs are going to trace right back to Bronson and McGuire. I know they are. All right, it's going to take a minute. We're going to skip that because we already know. This is what's going to happen. We're going to remain calm. Okay, fair enough. And think clearly. Bronson and McGuire do not know that we know. So, we have the advantage. We should maintain status quo until we've spoken with Bradley again. Status quo. Yeah, agreed. Okay, yeah. I like that idea. So basically, we just continue. Anytime that we reference anybody, we just got to make sure that we kind of talk and reference in a way that we don't know what's going on with Bronson and McGuire, but we need to talk to Bradley first. And if we can talk to Bradley first, and we can tell him, like, look, we know, but we need some cooperation. We need you to talk to us. We'll keep you safe from Bronson and McGuire. 100%. Just give me a few minutes. Let me think this through. Sutherland went offline. Is he going to come back online, or is it my turn to look at things? Oh, I can skip some time with Sophie. Okay, I might. Let me just check the victim's phone again. Check Jerome's phone again. Make sure that we're not missing anything. We did restore Bradley's. Yeah, we restored all that. That is wild. All right. Check Snap Life. Nothing new in Snap. Unless you guys want to see Mia again. Nothing new in photos. All right, let's go ahead and go back to Yard OS and skip through. We'll skip through Sophie. Okay, first thing I've done is create a duplicate virtual smartphone for you, me, and Sutherland. That way, if Bronson and McGuire are looking, nothing will have changed on their end. Also managed to recover PC McGuire's body cam footage of the incident. I knew one of them would have been wearing their BWV. He wiped the footage from the device, but the metadata was still there. Slightly corrupted as well. It's even worse than Jerome's footage. So Jerome's footage was a little corrupted, but we got the majority of it out of there. So let's go ahead and watch. Who was this? McGuire's footage? Yeah. This is body cam footage.
Come on, quickly. Yeah. All right. Hello, lads. How's it going? All good? Yeah? Good, good. I'm PC Bronson. This is my colleague, PC McGuire. All right. So what's going on here? What are you doing here? Just chilling. Chilling, right? Chilling. Great. So, we've had reports of drug dealing going on in this spot. Do you know anything about that at all? No. Nothing at all? No. Oh, that's strange. Remarkably, you both fit the bill. What the fuck does that mean? What's that supposed to mean? Don't speak to me like this. We're doing our jobs, and we need to question you about this stuff, don't we, PC McGuire? We do, yeah. Exactly. So what's going to happen from here, you'll both be searched. If you find anything incriminating, you know what the score will be, all right? You got anything sharp on you? No. What the fuck? Look at me. Redman.
Oh.
Where? Show me. Right. Oh dear. Come on. Right, so that was a good. Yep. Right, we got to go. Are we off? Yep, we got to go. All right, boys. Lovely to meet you. Yep. We'll hopefully be seeing you again. Yep. All right, stay out of trouble, yeah? Oh, here's your wallet, yeah?
That is wild. I mean, even in that video, 100% abuse of power, obviously a illegal search. I mean, just so many wrong things, so many things wrong in that video that PC McGuire and Bronson committed. Just absolutely insane. All right, who can we talk to? Not maybe Sutherland. He's still offline. Forensics? No, can't talk to Vikram. We watched the video. Can't message anything to Sophie, so we're gonna have to be looking through through the phone again. All right, here we go. The SE15 chat. Look, boys, you were right. The texts weren't written by Bradley. They were written by someone else. 2 other individuals. No fucking shit. They were written by someone else. That's what we were telling you. Who are they? Oh, where are they? I don't know if I should tell them right now. I'll track them down for you, seeing as you punks don't know what the fuck you're doing. All right, Lucas. We do know what we're doing. We're figuring it out. Who are the individuals, tongue-side? I don't know if I want to tell them. I really don't know if I want to tell them right now. I think we need to keep it classified. This is like the one time that I haven't told the boys the truth. I mean, well, the truth is that it's classified. We can't risk the possibility of it getting back to Bronson and McGuire. So I just need to let them know that it's classified. I'm afraid the information is strictly classified, boys. Look, you don't want to know, but we can't risk it getting back to McGuire and Bronson. We can't risk them logging in and seeing this chat. Tell us now, or we're going straight to the BBO News. Aaron knows the reporter there, so I guess we're gonna have to tell him who it is. We are given no other choice. It's 2 police constables who worked on our investigation from the beginning. Just sitting there trying to hide all the evidence. The suspects are feds. Yeah, they are. They're not suspects. Share, stop, and search in video. Share, stop, and search video. Oh. Should we share the video? I don't know if we should. Again, this is information. I don't know if we should be sharing this information in case Bronson and McGuire see that we shared it. But they know who we're talking about. If Bronson and McGuire sees us, they're going to absolutely know who I'm talking about. So should we share the video? I think we should. But then they might try to take matters in their own hands, and that's probably not what we want to do. But then they would know the truth about what happened to Jerome and even Bradley. Like, they would know that Bradley is not, a bad person. I'm so torn as to so what. I'm sharing a video. Fuck it. I'm sharing the video. Here's a video that you need to see. It was recovered on Jerome's phone. I'm so torn. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. I feel like I screwed up. What is this? Well, that's the Redman. That's who that is. Jerome is filming. And Bradley's next to him. It's a stop and search. This ain't no stop and search, bruv. It's a hate crime. It's so vicious. The way he's laughing. This is it. This is everything. This is what changed Jerome. This is what freaked him out. It's what broke him. It really was. The Red Man. Bronson's Red Man. Who the fuck are these, Jake's tongue? I'm not playing now. We trusted you. I trusted you. And now you're saying, look, clearly you can still trust me because I'm telling you like what's going on. I'm showing you actual evidence. And now you're saying, what are you saying? The police killed Jerome and pinned it on Bradley? Answer me. It's going to be okay. Look, we don't know if the police killed Jerome or not. However, we think that it's a possibility. We think that, that's where the evidence and that's where the clues are eluding. But we don't know 100%. But that's what we're going to be investigating next. Look, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through it. Nah, answer me tongue-tied. What the fuck is this? I think this is a joke. You think this is a joke? This is our friend. Oi, someone go to Aaron's house now. You're supposed to protect him. I'm going. We trusted you. Fuck you. Look, I am just as mad as you guys. Believe me, I can't believe what's happening, but I will get to the bottom of it. And we're gonna get everything out in the open. And McGuire and Bronson, if it seems like they're the ones that did it, if that comes to fruition, they're gonna pay the price. They are going to pay the price. We'll get Bronson and PC in a room with you boys. You can do whatever you want. You've been playing us from the start, tongue-tied. Pitting black youth against each other. Spring block, B-Drilla. No, that's not... No, I've been telling you guys what the evidence we have at the time. And then, obviously, when I get different evidence and when things change, I've been bringing that up to you as well. All lies. How can we trust you? Because I just showed you the video of the 2 police officers doing it. If what you're saying is true, I'm on your side. I am not that. Look, I am on your side. Would I reveal all this to you if I was playing you? I'm on your side. We will get to the truth. We will get justice. I just need you to give me some time. 100%. Right. I wouldn't be playing you. I wouldn't be showing you that video if I was playing you. I'm going to check on Aaron. Will went offline. There's an hour there. Let's just check to see if there's anything. Okay, Sutherland. What's our next move, Sutherland? Okay. tongue-tied. Go message something normal to our shared channel. I will respond accordingly. Oh, BBO News. John Greenlee's acquitted? Something? I thought that was going to be something to do with Jerome. I will respond accordingly. Then I will meet you and Bradley's in the interview room. Okay, let's check out the BBO News real quick, just because I'm not sure what this is. John Greenlee's acquitted of all charges. A musician and TV personality, John Greenlee's, has been acquitted of all 4 charges of rape and sexual assault. That's not good, especially if he was guilty of it. Greenlee's had been on trial at Westminster Crown Court over alleged of a sexual assault and rape between 1983 and 2009. In a remarkably short trial, the court took 3 days of deliberating to deliver the verdict. One of the claimants, Julia Peterson, said she is devastated by the results but will appeal the decision. Further allegations of the essay emerged last week, but additional charges have yet to be brought against Mr. Greenlee's. That's crazy. It took him 3 days to figure that out. Sounds like there's a lot of corruption going on in this. Not good at all. All right, any more evidence on Bradley? We're going in for a second interview shortly. Bronson McGuire, any more evidence on Bradley? Unfortunately not. It's not what anyone wants. But I think we may have to release Bradley until we can confidently charge. Bronson wants us to release Bradley so that he can go take care of Bradley and cover up any loose ends. He's already taken care of Jerome. Now he needs to take care of Bradley. That way he can cover up loose ends. No, we're not releasing him, Bronson. He doesn't know that we know, but I know. Sutherland, I'm starting to think that too. Keep at it, boys. Perhaps we'll get lucky. Sure. All right. What do we do? Do I go to Sutherland? Do I say anything in forensics? Nothing? Nothing? There's nothing. Oh, can I go in the interrogate? Enter the interrogation room of Bradley. Yes. Revisited. Perfect. Yes. We got this, Bradley. We got you, Bradley. Look, we know you were framed. 2 police constables manipulated text to make it look like you killed Jerome. They also deleted footage of racially aggravated assault. So you just need to... Yes, Bradley. You just need to talk with us. His eyes dart up hesitantly. Because he didn't trust us. How could he? After what Bronson and McGuire did to him and Jerome, how could he trust to say anything to us? Sutherland says Bronson and McGuire. Bronson is the red man. We know. Bradley breathes deeply and avoids eye contact. Bradley, we didn't know at the time. Look, we really didn't. But we know now, and we are going to take care. Look, you could trust us, Bradley. I mean, even though he probably, in his mind, he probably thinks that he can't trust us. I get it. We're sorry for accusing you. They must face justice. B. Driller warned us. We are speechless too. Look, they must face justice. PC, Bronson, and McGuire. But that can only happen with your help. Bradley keeps his head down and takes a deep breath. Come on, Bradley. Talk with us. You want me to trust you? I know it's going to be hard. Bradley, but you kind of need to. When it was you that attacked us. Well, I mean, not me particularly, but yes, other PCs. That's true. That killed Jerome. We failed you, but we didn't attack you. We will make them pay. There are good police and bad police. There's good and bad, and we will make them pay, but what's going to be better for Bradley? I mean, he needs to know that there are good police officers out there, that we will take care of the bad ones. Look, we're going to take care of the bad ones. Just like there are good people and bad people, you know which ones we are. 100%. You should know that, Bradley. Talk to me, Bradley. Tara. We were meeting at the Burgess Park that morning to discuss Tara. Right. Okay, he's talking. This is good. She was my ex, and Jerome had started seeing her. I was a bit upset, but mainly because I didn't find out through him. Someone else told me. So if Jerome would have just said, like, hey, Bradley, like, I'm dating Tara, like, he probably would have been less upset about it. Anyways, he reached out and we met and we talked. And it was good. I could see that he was in love. Bradley smiles a little. That made me happy. Oh, Bradley's such a good friend. Such a good friend. And then they arrived. Talking about Bronson and McGuire. From the first word the red man said, I knew we were in trouble. Being a black teenager in London, I guess you kind of get a sixth sense for run-ins with the police. And I knew this one was going to be bad. Redman was holding a lot of hate. The other one, McGuire. To be honest, he looked at us helpless as he looked as helpless as us. I didn't even realize for the first minute, but Jerome had taken his phone out. He was filming the whole thing from the front pocket of his jacket. And then it began. Redman said some words I don't want to repeat. I ain't never experienced nothing like that. Afterwards, we were lost in a daze. We both went home. Later on, Jerome texted me and shared the footage. I was ready to go straight to BBO News with it, but Jerome, I think he needed to forget. So I said, let's leave it. Let's try to forget. Why would they kill Jerome? Maybe because maybe they knew that Jerome had the footage and they were going to be exposed. I mean, that's possible. So, should we ask him who killed Jerome, or why would they? Let's ask him who killed Jerome. We kind of already know why they would, because they have footage of them and of incriminating footage of them at that. And it could have cost them their lives, their jobs, thrown them in jail. Like, it could have cost them a lot because of their behavior. Especially Bronson. Especially Redman. So let's ask him, like, who killed Jerome? The red man killed Jerome. That's all I know. I don't know why, but I know he was responsible. Bronson. Sutherland asks, how do you know? Well, if Bradley's rap was true, he was there. When I heard Jerome had died, I felt so lost. But I didn't suspect the feds. I mean, police have done a lot. But throwing a boy off a tower block? Nah. Just didn't seem possible. A couple days after I went to Jerome's block, it was evening time. Quite busy. Lots of people had laid flowers and were standing outside talking. I just stood there looking up at the 12th floor where he fell, trying to process it all. When I overheard this old man, he was telling a story about what he heard that night, the night that Jerome fell, and one word just cut through it all. Redman. At that moment, I just felt like I was sinking into the concrete. Jerome had been chased down and murdered by the red man, and for all I know, I could be next. I started to get paranoid, thinking that every Fed was in on it. Didn't feel I could talk to no one. I really began to lose my mind. That's when I turned to my music. It's always been there for me in the past. I just let all my anger and all my fear bleed onto the track. It was only after I released it I realized how the track made me look, like I was responsible, but couldn't see that at the time. If I didn't have my music to turn to then, I think I would have been killed myself. Or I think I would have killed myself. Oh, that's terrible. That would have been really bad if Bradley did that. Bradley looks to Sutherland. I thought, well, this is it. These feds are going to do me like they did Jerome. Throw me into the river or something. I guess that sounds mad. So what's crazy is that Bradley's music video wasn't about the night of Jerome dying. It was the day of Bronson and McGuire meeting them in the park. That's what he was talking. He was like, you know, he when he mentioned that he was there. Boy, so scared. I mean, they were both scared when they were there. Like Bronson and McGuire essentially tackled them to the ground and shoved their face in the dirt. Like, dang. It doesn't sound mad, but you trust us now. We nearly sent Bronson. We had a choice. We had a choice of sending Bronson and McGuire or Sutherland. That would have been bad. What do you think would have happened if we sent Bronson and McGuire? Oh, that's intense. I might, if you guys want me, if you guys want me to go back in the previous episode and send Bronson and McGuire, let me know in the comments. I'll send them to see what happens to Bradley, because that's interesting. We don't know what would have happened to Bradley if we sent Bronson and McGuire. Probably nothing good. But we sent Sutherland, and Sutherland, he's a good cop. He brought in Bradley. We held on to him. We didn't let him go out there because we were thinking that the killer was still out there. We were thinking it was somebody else. We didn't even think that it was Bronson and McGuire, but we know now. I guess look, it doesn't sound mad. It doesn't, Bradley. Not after what's happened. Definitely not. So this is my reading of the situation. And this is coming from Sutherland. I believe PC, Bronson, and McGuire murdered Jerome. Why? I'm still not certain, but it explains everything. How they were first on the scene after the fall, why Jerome was heard shouting Redman, and why they have attempted to frame Bradley. Sutherland pauses and looks directly at Bradley. Now, if they did indeed murder Jerome, they would need you to disappear. You're the only thing tying them to this mess. Thankfully, you're in our custody, so they can't get near you. They can't get anywhere near you, Bradley. We could bring them in now and charge them, but the evidence for Jerome's murder is flimsy. Sutherland looks at tongue-tied. We do have one advantage. Bronson and McGuire do not know that we know. As far as they're concerned, Bradley is still the prime suspect. It's very true. So how can we get Bronson and McGuire to admit to it? Like, how do we get... Look, I have an idea. I know how we can get the evidence we need to convict Bronson and McGuire. Go on. Use Bradley as bait. Use Bradley's phone as bait. Kidnap and torture. Yo, should we just kidnap and torture McGuire? Like if he had something to do with Jerome, he might deserve it. Like, but I think we should use Bradley's phone as bait. I don't want to use Bradley as bait. Something might happen to Bradley, but we can definitely use his phone. We can say that there's stuff on his phone that is incriminating, and we could use that as bait. I'm kind of curious as to what happens if I say we should kidnap and torture McGuire. I want to use... All right. Look, we are kidnapping and torturing McGuire. That's my vote. That's what I'm going to go with. But I do want to use Bradley's phone as bait, but I kind of want to see what happens if I pick this. Why don't we kidnap and torture PC McGuire? Something tells me I can make the piggy squeal. That's what we do. I can make the little piggy squeal. I'll get him to squeal on Redman for sure. Do you think this is a joke, Tongues? No, sorry. I apologize. If you have something of worth to say, stay silent. If you have nothing of worth to say, stay silent. Sorry, I apologize. You're saying that the red man wants me gone. So Bradley might put himself up for bait. Then let me go. What? Let me back on the street. And let him come for me. So Bradley's offering himself up as bait. Right before they try to get me, get them. We that should be easy enough as long as we don't let Bradley out of our sights. That works in principle, but under no circumstances are we going to endanger your life like that Bradley. So let's go ahead and use Bradley's phone as bait. Just turn on his live location, plant it on someone else, and we can draw Bronson and McGuire out. Easy. Easy. We can say we released Bradley, but we give the phone, turn the location on. Look, send me out there. And when Bronson and McGuire come after me, I'll whoop their ass. Like, I don't matter. I'll kidnap McGuire and get him to squeal. Now you're thinking tongue-tied. Yeah, that could work. We know they've been on Jerome's phone, so if Bradley pops up on Jerome's Mapper app, they'd see it and take it as their final opportunity to get rid of Bradley. We can just tell them we've released Bradley from custody and plant his phone on someone else. Sutherland nods to himself. We can really catch them red-handed. We can catch the red man red-handed. We just need someone who can pose as Bradley. I suppose an undercover officer. Nah, if Bronson and McGuire are feds, they're going to smell another fed a mile away. Need someone from the street. Ooh, what about Kane? You think Kane would help us out? I don't know if Kane would help us out. He'd probably be like, look, I'll help you out, but next time you catch me with drugs, you got to let me go. He owes us a favor? Does he owe us a favor? I can't remember if Kane owes us a favor or not. Ain't that the barbecue sauce killer? I mean, I guess that could work. Similar height and build. I'm sure he could handle himself. If he's got his hood up, I think it could work. He does have different hair. He's got longer hair than Jerome. Jerome has short-cut hair. If I remember correctly, Kane had longer hair. I bet Kane would love to put some pigs in prison. Right, that's what I'm guessing too. True, I'll go find him. All right, cool. This could work. Sutherland nods to himself. This could work. Sit tight, Bradley. We will get justice. Do you want five? Bradley, do you want Five Guys? You still hungry, Bradley? Like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I want Five Guys. Look, I want the I want the burger joint. Five Guys. Like, I could go for some I could go for some meat at Five Guys. You know, the delicious delicious meat. Look, we got some work to do, Bradley. Shall we? Can we get you some Five Guys sent up to your room? Look, you want some food, Bradley? Like, I'm hungry. I could go for some Five Guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I dig it. Good luck. Thanks. Sutherland exits interview room B. Beautiful. I think we need to go back to chat. Let's go to Sutherland. Bring in Kane. Okay, let's do this. Will you bring in Kane? On the way. Okay, and let's talk to Sophie real quick. Pull records on PC Bronson and PC McGuire. Okay, we're making some progress on our end. Sophie, pull everything you have on Bronson and McGuire. Because we kind of need that information as well. That's all I've been doing tongue-tied. Sophie's on it. McGuire's clean. Though he's only been an officer for 9 months, multiple complaints have been lodged against PC Bronson during his 7 years in the force. How was this not flagged earlier? Can you give me a little more time? I want to do a little bit more digging. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, let's go ahead and skip that, because Sophie's so good that she doesn't need 10 minutes. She only needs just a couple seconds. So she found something interesting. PC Bronson was dismissed from the police force after being injured in riots in South London 40 years ago. Damn. PC Mark Bronson Sr. Oh. Turns out Bronson's father was a cop too. Interesting. I opened up the Scotland Yard archives. April 11, 1981. Force medical examiner has deemed PC Mark Bronson unfit for active police service after injuries sustained during riot control. I don't know how well you know your UK history, but the 81 Brixton riots are infamous. In the face of rampant unemployment and racist policing, the predominantly black community of Brixton rose up. It was one of the most violent incidents of civil unrest in modern Britain, and the police response was brutal. Found this in the archives. We'll check out that video here in a couple seconds. I know about it all because my parents were there. They just got married, didn't participate in the riots, but always recalled those as very dark days. Let's go ahead and look at this video.
Police, who had taken a low profile for most of the day, appeared again in strength this evening as groups of youths began to gather and the tension began to rise again. Before the latest trouble began, a calm had settled on the battlefield the morning after. Even so, it was a scene unknown in the United Kingdom outside Ulster since the Blitz. Of last night, everyone is agreed on one thing. The riot stemmed from one small incident. The police suspect that what followed was at least partly planned. The local people say it was the inevitable explosion of steam by a community which feels the police have been picking on them recently. To the rioters, it said the police shields were a red rag to a bull and the stones followed. When the police did eventually charge at 9:05 last night, there were several allegations that they used unnecessary force. Michael Oliver, ITN, Brixton.
That is wild. So how does this relate with Bronson Sr. and Bronson current Bronson? Racial prejudice doesn't just appear out of thin air, tongue-tied. Too often it's inherited. Okay, so Sr. raised his son to be racist, it seems like. If Bronson Sr. blamed the largely black riots in Brixton for getting chucked out of the police force, just imagine the toxic environment his son would have grown up in. And now that shaped how he sees the world. It's all speculative. It is speculative, but I mean, you start getting into, nature versus nurture, I don't think she's excusing Bronson. I don't think she's saying that it's all Bronson's father's fault either, but it is a little speculative because that's not 100% all the time. All I know is history is always repeating itself, and rarely does anyone notice it or ask why. Do you know what sparked the 1981 Brixton riots? What lit the fuse? No, I do not. Over 5 days, the Met Police subjected 1,000 Brixton residents, mainly young black men, to aggressive stop and searches. And here we are again. 40 years later, Bronson's doing an illegal stop and search. And what have we learned? Sophie went offline. That is insane. Let's check the phone, make sure that there's nothing in here that we're missing. We can skip this. We probably should. Nothing new anywhere. Let's go ahead and go to SE15 chat. Let's go ahead and skip that. Watch the B-Drill vid again. Makes a lot more sense now. How? He's not talking about the fall. Right, he's talking about the encounter with the police officers. Not at first. He's talking about the hate crime. The stop and search. Look. Let's look at it again.
Listen, man's got something to say about Jacobs. So I got something to say about Jacobs. Listen. Everyone's asking who got Jacobs. What? No one knows but me. Cause I was there, boys so scared, crying like a wolf, don't stare. Everyone's asking who got Jacobs. Too smart was good, never understood the way they heard. But anywho, on the streets, praise up now. Front of the top, for praise is back. He got dropped and he got back. Man got fallen, man got stuck. Ain't got time for the chit shot. Man got go and man got scatter. Everyone's asking who got Jacobs. Only I can speak, my life is cheap. This I don't speak, but buds come the same time as we. Go ask Redman what's peace or. Go ask Redman what's in his show. Go ask Redman if you want more. Man, that's what I'm saying.
All right, let's see what they're saying. No one knows but me because I was there. Boy so scared, crying like a wuss. Boy don't stare. Oh shit, that's bear jarring, crying like a little wuss. It's not what the Redman says. Oh, it's what the Redman says after he jumps them. The whole track got reference to it. It's what Bradley was trying to communicate. Mad thing. I'll have another watch now. You two need to get a grip. Watching Snap Life videos. They're still out there, fam. Look, we got a plan. We have a plan. We believe Bronson and McGuire murdered Jerome. We also believe they want Bradley gone. We are going to use Bradley's phone as bait to catch them red-handed. What is it with you and using boys' phones, bruvs? Well, it's the safest way to lure Bronson and McGuire out. I don't understand. What are you doing with the phone? Using live location as bait, turning on Bradley's live location so he appears on Jerome's Mapper app, and planting his phone on someone else to draw Bronson and McGuire out. And we're going to use the barbecue sauce killer. Who you planting it on? Hopefully Kane. Elijah Dang, you know him as Kane. As in Spring Block chicken shop barbecue killer Kane. Are you mad, fam? Do you know how many bodies Kane got? Takes a killer to catch a killer. True. Karen's right, you know. This could be perfect. Kane sets Spring Block on the feds. Feds get juked. They'll be collecting bits of Redman out of their bins for days. True, good point. Bad point. It's not happening. Spring Block's not involved. Look, Spring Block's not involved. Spring Block will not be involved. Just Kane, and there will be no violence. We are arresting Bronson and McGuire, not harming them. Kane is only there to help facilitate, or no, it's a bad point. We're not murdering Bronson and McGuire. We're arresting them with Kane's assistance. Let's just go with that's not. They're all basically the same point. They're all alluding to the same point that we're not killing Bronson and McGuire. We're just arresting them, but we're using Kane. So that's they all said the same thing in different words. Why don't you just arrest them now? If you know they're guilty, arrest them. You act like this is one big game to you. They could walk free. We will arrest them. This is a game. Breaking the fourth wall. It is a game, don't you know? Like, But look, you can't just arrest them without evidence. You got to have evidence. And we don't really have a ton of evidence as far as whether they killed Jerome or not. So look, we don't want them walking free. Look, we will arrest them. This is how it will work. The evidence we have is circumstantial. They could walk free. We cannot risk that. This is a game, and I'm playing to win. I promise you, Aaron. This is how we convict Bronson and McGuire. Look, I'm here to win. Like, this is a game. It is big boy games, and we here to win, and we gonna win. We gonna convict Bronson and McGuire, and this is how we do it. Enough talk. Get it done. All right, Lucas. That might have been all that we had to talk. Let's go back to Sutherland. So he's got Kane, interview room B. Perfect. Let's go ahead and interview. Shoot. Let's go ahead and interrogate Kane. Perfect. Well, if it isn't my favorite detective duo, Sutherland and Tongue-Tied. Or should I say Tongue-Tied and Sutherland? You can say Tongue-Tied and Sutherland. I feel like I've definitely done most of the work. So tell me, how has the mystery of the tower block fall unraveled? We do need a favor. I respect you, Tongue-Tied. Thank you. You're a fair-minded officer. Thank you. But I'm afraid I'm not really in the business of doing favors for Metropolitan Police. Look, Jerome's murder was by police, and I bet you were wanting to put some police officers in jail. I bet you would enjoy that. Look, Kane, Jerome Jacobs was murdered by police. 2 constables who worked for us. We know they're responsible. And what better than for you to help us put police officers in jail? Kane looks off intensely. Why? We don't know yet. We kind of have an idea of why, but we don't 100% know. How old was the boy? 16. Kane closes his eyes and sighs deeply. He's going to help us. He's definitely going to help us. What is it you want from me, detective? To pose as Jerome's friend, to make them disappear, to set spring block on them. Oh, what do we do? I feel like if I tell him to make them disappear or set spring block on, I don't think he's gonna go for that. I think he's gonna be like, nope, can't do that. But I think this is the best way we can do it. Because if I tell him to make them disappear, if I tell him to set spring block on them, it's not gonna work. These 2 police constables tried to frame Jerome's friend for the murder. We believe they now want the friend gone. Thankfully, the boy is in protective custody, but we'd like to plant his phone on you to draw them out. I kind of want to let Spring Block have their way with them, but I gotta stay fair-minded. Is that what Kane said I was? Fair-minded? It's a pretty damn wild plan. Why not just arrest the 2 constables? If you know they're guilty, the evidence so far has been circumstantial. They could walk free. We need to catch them red-handed, attempting to murder Jerome's friend. So let me get this straight. You want me to volunteer as bait in a sting operation to capture 2 killer cops? Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. That's about how it goes. Sure. Kane's like, let's fucking go. Let's go. Fuck it. Why not? Why the fuck not? Let's go. Great. We do appreciate it. Just to be clear, this is not a favor to you 2. I consider it my duty to put, Kane speaks aggressively in his South London dialect, dirty bulls back in their fucking pen. Kane recomposes himself and smiles. It's my pleasure. I love it. We'll be in touch. Jerome would be thankful. Look. I don't want to say Kane's a good man because he's doing bad things, but he is helping us. But look, Jerome would be thankful. That's true. I will say that. Kane is still running drugs all over London, so can't really say that he's a good person, but he is helping us out. Jerome's dead, tongue-tied. Let me know the details. Kane exits interview room A. All right. Let's go back to the chat with Sutherland. So what now? Kane is games. What's the next steps? Okay, there are a few moving parts here, so we need to proceed carefully. First, we need Bronson and McGuire to think we've released Bradley. Of course, we can tell them as much, but it would be helpful if it didn't just come from us. We need to leak fake news to the press, create new B-Drilla video. Ooh, I kind of want to create a new B-Drilla video because I want to see B-Drilla do a new video. I could care less about reading BBO news. Let's see that new B-Drilla video to release on Snaplice. I've always wanted to direct a rap video. Let's go. Let's do it. Another stupid comment. That is not a stupid comment. Thank you for that, tongue-tied. Anything useful to add? All right, let's fucking leak news to tell the BBO reporter that we released Bradley. Whatever. I think the new B-Drilla video would be way better. Of course, yes, I'll contact him. Tell them Bradley's still a suspect. Tell them we have new suspects. Give them just give no comment. I kind of want to go with either tell them we have new suspects or tell them that we just give. I think we should just give no comment. I think that's probably the safest way. If we tell them that we have new suspects, then Bronson and McGuire might think that it's them. If we tell them that Bradley's still a suspect, then that doesn't really change anything. Bradley and McGuire might still kill, or Bronson and McGuire might still try to kill Bradley just to keep him from talking. And Bronson wanted Bradley released as well. So I think we can still say that he's still a suspect. Tell them Bradley is still a person of interest in the investigation. Tell them we have several new persons of interest in this fast-moving investigation. Give them no comment. I think we should tell them that Bradley is still a person of interest. Because if he's still a person of interest and then he goes missing, that's going to look suspicious in the minds of Bronson and McGuire. If the person of interest goes missing, then it's going to look suspicious, going to make them look guilty. I think that's what we're going to go with. Obviously, this is what Bronson and McGuire might be thinking. This isn't, obviously, we're playing chess right now and we're 5 moves ahead. So the plan is plant Bradley's phone on Kane. Send him to a secluded location. I'll be stationed with a firearm team close by. When Bronson and McGuire make their move, so do we. This will be enough. Come at the king. You best not miss. Come at the king. You best not miss. This will be enough. Look, I don't know what that means. Come at the king. You best not miss. But I'm saying it because I like the way it sounds. He's gonna be like, another stupid comment. This is a quote from. I didn't even know that was a quote from The Wire. Had no idea. It's just a quote from my favorite HBO series, The Wire. Did not know. Did not know that. A wire? Don't worry, Sutherland. I don't know what it means either. It's not a bad idea. Oh, plant a wire on Kane. Interesting. We could plant one on Kane, yeah. Or on their car. Who knows? Who knows what we might hear. We need to get undercover ops to plan it. Talk to Sophie. Beautiful. I like that. Look, I I'm a damn genius. I knew what I was doing, talking about the wire. I knew what I was doing. Let's go ahead and plant this this wire. Hey, Soph, please connect me with the Undercover Ops channel. I need to make a request. Doing that now. Let's go ahead and skip that. Okay, you're in. There we go. UC Ops. Plant a wire in the vehicle. Hello, I need an Undercover Ops team to plant a listening device in a vehicle immediately. Oh, breaking news, Jerome. We'll check that here in a second. Whose vehicle? Mark Bronson and Andrew McGuire, both police constables. We'll check that BBO news here in a second. Okay, so he'll do that. Let's go ahead and check the news. I think it's this one. Top stories. It's what? Why isn't it? It's not. There's nothing there. Huh. Oh, here we go. This one right here. Jerome Jacobs, murder suspect, released from custody. Suspect in the murder of Jerome Jacobs, Bradley North, has been released from police custody without charge. Yesterday, police took Bradley North, 18, in for questioning over his connection to Jerome Jacobs' murder. Under the alias B Drilla, North posted a drill music video to the app Snapflight implicating himself in Jacobs' death. The video has since been deleted. North was released from police custody today without charge. Detective Chief Inspector Michael Sutherland said that he is still a person of interest in the investigation. Jerome Jacobs, 16, who was killed 2 weeks after falling from the 12th floor of the Stafford Tower in Peckham. All right. Is there anything to talk about in there? Doesn't look like it. Let's go back. Let's go ahead and skip. Beautiful. It's been done. Perfect. Oh, we're about to hear all kinds of stuff. The wire has been planted. Let's go. Yes, I know. They're calling it Operation Redman. Just heading to Burgess Park with the firearms unit. Kane should be there. Oh, this is happening quick. This is happening real quick. Tracking data shows McGuire and Bronson moving in this direction. It's happening. It's happening right now. Oh, can we get some footage, please? Can I get a little bit of footage of what's happening? I'll link you to the listening device in their car. Oh, beautiful. UC device. Car engine rumbling.
What's she saying now?
Still says Burgess Park.
Alright. Okay.
So they're definitely heading towards Kane.
Have you used one of these before?
Listen, mate. Calm down. Yeah, it's simple. It's a very, very simple job. Find the main vein, you stick it in. It's done. It's over. Alright?
Oh, they're about to inject him with something.
Are you sure?
Oh, for fuck's sake, shut the fuck up, will ya? Stop fucking speaking. Alright, look, mate. I shouldn't be shouting. Obviously, I shouldn't be shouting. I'm sorry. But we're well past this now. We're there. We're here. We're doing it. Alright? Everything's in place. This is it. This is it. And after this, we're done. We can go back to normal. Okay?
McGuire's definitely struggling right now.
Which bridge was it again?
Well, there's one up by the Isle of Dogs. There's no cameras there, so we're gonna go for that one. We'll do it there, okay?
Yeah.
Listen, mate, listen. Trust me. The boy's gonna be so conked from ketamine, he's not gonna have an idea about what's going on. He'll have no idea what's happening, okay? And the fall is done instantly. It's over. Best way to go, if you ask me.
So they plan on drugging him and throwing him off.
We're here.
Just like they probably
What's he
did to
saying
Jerome.
now?
He's still here.
All right. Let's do it.
It's probably exactly what they did to Jerome. They drugged him, threw him off. Just listen in, they explicitly discussed kidnapping and murdering Bradley. We have a smoking gun. And they probably have the needle with them. Oh, McGuire. Or not McGuire, Sutherland.
We're in Burgess Park now. It's really quiet. Kane's in position. It'd be a perfect time if they turn up now. I've got the firearms team with me. Just gotta hope they turn up and there's no public around. Someone here now. Hang on. Yeah, it's them. Okay, stand by.
Oh. Go now, because they have
Okay, go.
drugs. Go.
Hold officers! On your knees! Show us your hands!
Oh, I hope they got Bronson and McGuire. Did we just rush it? I hope we didn't rush it. The hell happened? Let's go ahead and skip it. We got him. Yes. We didn't want to wait because we didn't want them injecting Kane with something. Fucking hell, that was tense. McGuire fell to his knees immediately, but Bronson nearly did a fucking runner. Came this close to being shot dead. What fucking mess this all is. Okay, detective. We about to interrogate. This is it. Got them in separate interview rooms. You choose who we go for. Oh, we going McGuire. We going straight to McGuire. McGuire is 100% going to tell us everything that we need to know. Bronson, we coming in. We going into Bronson's interview with a ton of incriminating evidence. 100%. We talking to McGuire though first, because McGuire is going to fold. He is going to crumble. This interview is being recorded at New Scotland Yard, London. I'm DCI Michael Sutherland. Detective Constable Tongue-Tied is joining us via Yard Link, as you probably all know. McGuire, what is your full name? Andrew McGuire. And your date of birth? The 15th November, 1991. Tell me about yourself. Play stop and search video. Play hidden car recording. Should we just go straight to it? Well, let's do the stop and search video first. Because I don't care about McGuire telling me about himself anymore. Like we know McGuire. He's a police officer. I want to know about the stop and search video. Like what happened? We have a video to show you. Explain what was going on in this video for me, McGuire. Drops his head and closes his eyes. Tell me what happened. Explain. Walk me through. Andrew McGuire, we have a few questions we need to ask you. It's really in your best interest to answer them directly. Now, I don't think McGuire is going to get nearly as much time as Bronson. Bronson is the red man. Bronson's the guy that we are really going after. McGuire is going to face his justice, trust me. But we are going to get Bronson with everything we can, and McGuire is going to help us do it. Did you frame Bradley? Did you kill Jerome? Why did you kill Jerome? I'm going to ask him if he did. Did you kill Jerome Jacobs along with PC Bronson? Was it you guys? Did you guys both do it? Did you have a part in it? Keeps his head down and breathes deeply. Let it out. You'll feel better. This is the end of the line. Bronson told us everything. See, that's what I'm going to say to Bronson. McGuire told us that everything. Look, McGuire, this you might feel. I think McGuire is more emotional. So look. You just need to let it out. You'll feel better afterwards, I promise. It'll get easier from here. Yes, it will. McGuire whimpers. Look, he's already starting to break down. He's about to spill everything. He's about to tell us everything. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you. McGuire shivers. I'll tell you everything. We were responding to reports of drugs dealing in Burgess Park. No one gave us a description of the offenders. But when Bronson saw Jerome and Bradley, he was certain they were the guys. I activated my BWV as we approached, as they taught us in training. That was good. Please note McGuire has referenced body-worn video, Met police issue body cams. I don't think Bronson realized I turned it on. And then things escalated very quickly. It was horrific. It wasn't a stop and search. We followed no protocol. It was a racist attack. Even McGuire just admitted to it. And I did nothing. He did nothing to stop it. He did nothing to control the situation. Granted, he's only been on the police force for 9 months, working with somebody that's been on for 7 years. He's working with a superior that's doing it, so he's just kind of following behind, which isn't good. I mean, you need better training than that. The things he said to those boys, and why. All I tried to do was keep my head above the water and support my partner. You violently subdued those kids along with PC Bronson. I did. When they were on the ground, we took photos of their IDs. And then another call came in, and we left them there, face down, covered in mud, fearing for their life. McGuire trembles. Bronson had a real spring in his step after that. It was sickening. Near the end of our patrol, I informed Bronson my BWV had been running during the encounter. He was furious. Like that was the crime. Or like having the BWV on was the crime. We decided to review the footage together before deleting it, and that's when we saw it. One of the boys had been filming the whole incident on his phone, Jerome. Suddenly, Bronson felt the gravity of the situation. This was racially aggravated assault on 2 innocent black teenagers. And if that boy's footage came to light, we would not only lose our jobs, but we could go to prison. So they decided to murder the boy and risk going to prison for even longer. Forever. Then and there, I should have gone to my superiors. I should have accepted my responsibility and made Bronson accept his. But I could not. I didn't believe I would face prison. But I would lose my job. You have to understand, my whole life has been about becoming a police officer. Since I was a child, it's all I told people. And finally, I made it. And now, it would all be over. How would I face my family? Behind a, plexiglass window through a telephone. That's why, when Bronson said we had to get Jerome's phone and destroy the evidence, I didn't argue. I believed it was what had to be done. Sutherland says, "Go on, McGuire." We knew Jerome lived in Stafford Towers from his ID. Over the following week, we began to track his movements during our patrols. And one night, we saw him on Peckham High Street with some friends, heading to a party it looked like. Bronson said this was our opportunity to grab the phone when he returns from his night out. We sat on his block until the early hours, and sure enough, he appeared, phone in hand. Bronson exited the patrol car. I followed. We got within 5 meters of him, and Jerome glanced over his shoulder and instantly broke into a sprint. We gave chase. Bronson shouted the phone. Jerome just screamed, "Redman." He started up the stairwell. We kept on. Only on the 12th floor did Bronson get a hand on him. They tussled about. He kicked Bronson in the face. Bronson staggered back, and then I saw the phone in his hand, exposed. I saw my opportunity. McGuire chokes up. Sutherland, go on. McGuire steadies himself with a deep breath. I lunged. Missed the phone and made contact with his chest, which knocked him backwards off the railings. So McGuire killed Jerome. Incidentally, but still did. I didn't look over. I didn't need to. We began racing back down. Before we reached the bottom, a report had come in. We got to Jerome a minute before the paramedics. The concrete had blasted open the back of his skull, but his face was intact, eyes wide open. Bronson checked his pulse and motioned me to do the same. That would explain our fingerprints. Then residents began pouring down. We just went through the motions. Set up a police cordon, gave the paramedics space, and then the scream of Jerome's mother in her nightgown. Paramedics told us to keep her away, so there we were, grappling with the mother minutes after the son. McGuire looks to Sutherland, and that's when you arrived. Yes. When our shift ended, Bronson came to my flat. I live alone. He began describing the next steps, already formulating in his mind. Not just to delete the stop and search video as originally planned, but to frame the other boy, Bradley, for Jerome's murder. He said we could manipulate texts on Jerome's virtual smartphone. He said he had worked on previous murders and knew the flaws in the yard's OS system. All the phone's data is stored and operates off the cloud. And that cloud data can be accessed and modified through the Yard OS back end. At this point, there was nothing I could say. In spite of everything, only one of us was a killer. The following morning, we made our edits. I deleted the video. Bronson wrote the texts. He said he knew exactly how these kids talk. Oh, not exactly. I don't know why I thought that would be it, but not long after, when Bradley's drill video surfaced on SnapLife, Bronson became fixated on what he saw as the final step, staging Bradley's suicide. I pushed back. We were in our patrol car, and I said, Bronson, I want out. I said I'd rather go to prison than kill another innocent boy. And he put his hand on my shoulder and said, McGuire, if you want out, all you have to do is tell me, and I'll take care of it. So Bronson was going to kill McGuire. And I saw his eyes. And I knew right then he would kill me. And feel nothing. And so I said, let's do it. Sutherland asks, what did you do? Nothing at first. McGuire looks to you. Before we could contact you, had Sutherland bring in Bradley. But then you released him. At least you told us you had. And everything went back in motion. In hindsight, when Bradley's location popped up on Jerome's phone, we should have known it was a trap. But we were long past thinking clearly. We stayed on Bradley's location, and eventually it led us to Burgess Park, where this all began. You know, when we entered the park and those armed police descended on us, and I realized it was all a trap, I felt relieved. I felt free. McGuire shakes his head and smiles. Face down in the mud, police on our backs. Just as the nightmare had begun, I was set free. Because, detectives, if you hadn't stopped us, we would have killed that boy. I would have killed that boy. And then, I do believe I would have totally lost my mind. So we got McGuire's confession. Thank you for sharing. You will still go to prison. Will you testify in court? Yes. Will you testify? Thank you for sharing. Will you testify in court? McGuire nods confidently. That's good, because we're going to need him to testify against Bronson, 100%. We've got his confession, but we still need him to testify against Bronson. Okay, I think that's plenty. Tongue-tied, a word? Sutherland exits interview room A. Yes, so let's talk to Sutherland real quick. McGuire gave us everything. Finally, it all adds up, and we know everything. So Jerome's murder was an accident. Yes and no. A botched cover-up, sure, for a racist assault, sure, but still a murder. Okay. Let's speak to Bronson. 100%. I'm about to tell Bronson that McGuire's saying everything's on him. There's Bronson, the red man. Sutherland speaks sternly. This interview is being recorded at New Scotland Yard, London. I'm DCI Michael Sutherland, and Detective Constable Tongue-Tied is joining us via Yardlink. Bronson, state your full name. Mark Bronson. And your date of birth? The 6th of June, 1986. So you're the red man. Play stop and search video. Play hidden car recording. Do we play the stop and search video, or do we play the hidden car recording? It's him telling. The hidden car recording is him essentially saying that they're killing. Yeah, let's play the hidden car recording. We have a car recording to share with you. Let's see what he says about that. Because this is very incriminating for Bronson, this hidden car recording. Bronson does not react. We know everything. Silence will not save you. We know about PC Bronson Sr. Are you a white supremacist? The boys saw through your slang. Look, I'm going to bring up his dad. I'm wondering if maybe his dad's going to be a touchy subject for him. We know about your father, PC Bronson Sr., dismissed after the race riots in Brixton. Is that why you attacked 2 young black men? Is that why you attacked the 2? Bronson's eyes flicker. Bronson opens his mouth and responds and then pauses. No. Comment. Sutherland eyes Bronson with disgust. Sutherland. Gutless. How could you do this? You're a coward. Did you even rescue that boy? Did you even rescue that boy who was stabbed? They did. Oh, that's a good one. Like, he probably just let him die. He didn't even try to rescue him. Did you ever even save that boy who was stabbed during the patrol of Spring Block at the start of the investigation? Like, did you even attempt, or did you just let him bleed out? No. Comment. Right. Sutherland bursts out of his seat in a fury. You're a fucking disgrace, mate. This interview is terminated. Tongue-tied? We're done here. Sutherland storms out of interview room A. Your link video feed has been cut. You're off the record now, Bronson. Do you really have no explanation for your racist attack? We're talking to Bronson without video recording or audio recording. I did tell you before, detective. This sort of thing is just quite common around these parts. Interview terminated. No information from Bronson at all. But Sutherland, he kind of lost his temper there. And he shouldn't have. He should have kept his cool. Nothing out of Bronson, but McGuire's confession is more than enough. Let's charge them both. 100%. And McGuire did say he would testify against Bronson. Not a shred of remorse. How did we work alongside this monster for so long and see nothing? I'll write up the charge sheet and get back in touch when it's with the Crown Court. Perfect. I guess we're going to go talk to the boys. Share McGuire video confession. PC Bronson and McGuire are in custody. We have a confession. I shouldn't be doing this, but watch this. Oh, it's an actual video. I don't hear any sound. I don't hear any sound. Let's see if we can try that again. No, there's no sound at all. Interesting. They just wanted the phone. That's really all they wanted was the phone. All of this madness over a phone. So what? Redman didn't actually kill Jerome. It was McGuire. Yep, that is true. No, the Red Man is still the real killer. Depending on how you look at it, sure. Maybe he didn't knock Jerome off the Stafford Tower, but his racist attack, his attempt to cover up, he definitely put all the domino pieces. He set the domino pieces up. He lined them all up. He set them up right. McGuire tripped over his own foot, bumped into the dominoes, and then the dominoes went everywhere. That's what happened. That's what led to Jerome's death. It's strange. It feels good to just know what really happened. Like I can breathe again. Tongue-tied, what happened when you caught them using the phone? Were they coming to kill Bradley? They sure were. Yes, we also planted a recording device in their car. This is what we heard. This is the same audio that we heard previously, so we're probably not gonna. I mean, we'll listen to it. Why not?
What's she saying now?
So it's the Redman and McGuire
Still says Burgess Park.
on their way to murder Bradley.
Okay.
How you know? I can hear it too.
Have you used one of these before?
Listen, mate.
They're talking about drugging Bradley with a syringe and throwing him off a bridge.
Find the main vein, you stick it in. It's done. It's over. All right?
The fall's instant. It's the best way to go. That's quoting the fall's instant is the best way
For
to
fuck's
go.
sake, shut the fuck up, will ya?
Lucas can't
Stop
listen to his
fucking
scrub.
speaking.
The devil himself. Nah. He ain't no devil. He's a red man.
I shouldn't be shouting.
Just an
Obviously, I
ugly
shouldn't be
man.
shouting, I'm sorry. But we're well past this now. We're there, we're here, we're doing it. Alright? Everything's in place.
So we're going to take this to BBO News or what? First, we need to charge Bronson and McGuire for the murder of Jerome Jacobs and attempted murder of Bradley North. Then we notify the press.
Which bridge was it again?
What you waiting for then? Go charge them. We're doing that, Lucas. Just wanted to make sure you guys knew what we were doing. Shit. All right. Sutherland, have they been charged? Let's go ahead and skip that. Yes, they've been charged finally. We have charged them both on several counts. Murder, attempted murder, racially aggravated assault, and preventing the course of justice. We did it, detective. But I'm afraid a directive has come down. Press contact has been strictly prohibited going forward for reasons of national security. In other words, government officials trying to avoid scandal. And believe me, this would be one massive scandal. I'm sorry, tongue-tied. We cannot go against a national security order. Look, I have a solution. A third party can leak the evidence too. I trust these individuals completely. The boys. We can give it to the boys and they can leak it. Why does that not surprise me? Whoever it is, for God's sake, be discreet. This is a dangerous game you're playing. Don't worry. Forget I said anything. It's play or get played. Look, we either play the game or get the game played on us. So that's what we're going. The game is out there. And it's either play or get played, Sutherland. 100%. Good luck. Sutherland went offline. Let's go ahead and talk to SE15 again. All right. Go ahead and leak the footage to BBO News. Boys, my seniors are trying to bury the case and block press contact. I need you all to leak the materials I shared to BBO News. Can you do that?
But we're well past this now. We're there, we're here, we're doing it. Alright?
Yes, they can.
This is it. This is it. And after this, we're done. We can go
We
back
got you tongue-tied. Let's go. Okay. Mandem. SE15. Now is our time.
Which bridge was it again?
I'm going to contact the reporter I spoke with at BBO News and leak the footage. The stop and search video, the hidden audio recording, the McGuire confession.
Listen, mate.
You lot start contacting everyone who shared a WKJJ post and send them the footage. Get them posted out now. On it, yes, fam.
It's done instantly.
Big thumbs up
It's
from
over.
Kieran. Nice.
Best way to go if you ask me.
WKJJ back in action.
Alright. We're here. What's he saying now?
FKJJ.
He's
Feds killed Jerome Jacobs.
Alright. Let's do it.
You're right, Kieran. Tell everyone post out with that hashtag. Cool. Cool. Safe. I haven't seen anything with BBO news come up yet. We've been through a lot. That you have, all of us. Times where I lost hope that we'd get any justice. But I feel it now. Real strong. It's almost over. You lost our family, and you know that. Always, no doubt. Brothers. What about tongue-tied? Now let's take down some racist police. Oh.
Footage of a racially aggravated stop and search.
Against two black teenagers was
One teenager has been identified as Jerome Jacobs, the victim of the London Tower block.
thousands of protesters have taken to the streets.
Police have gone violent on social media. Trust me. Always going to be so confident.
1 year later. Court. You have heard from many people during the course of this trial. The timeline of events has been presented to you. This is Lady Justice Byron. The video evidence, audio evidence, the testimony of Bradley North and the defendant PC Andrew McGuire have been shared. Thank you for your focus and continued concentration in this matter. The final individual you will hear from is the new Scotland Yard detective who, alongside DCI Michael Sutherland, led the Jerome Jacobs murder investigation, DC Tongue-Tied. DC Tongue-Tied worked intimately with PC Bronson and PC McGuire during the investigation. Tongue-Tied now joins us via Yardlink. Detective, it is of my opinion that the horrific actions of Bronson are now well known, and that the jury would not profit from further testimony here. However, what I am interested in is to hear your judgment on the actions of PC Andrew McGuire. With your unique perspective, what responsibility do you believe PC McGuire holds in relation to the events that transpired? McGuire is a victim. McGuire is partially to blame. McGuire is a murderer. I would say that McGuire, if you look at it in total, yes, McGuire was the one that killed Jerome, but in his words, and really the only words that we can go off of, it was basically an accident. It was an accidental death. However, that doesn't mean that he didn't kill him. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's murder because it wasn't premeditated. I believe it would have to be premeditated for it to be murder, but it can be manslaughter, meaning that he essentially accidentally killed the person. Like, he was going up there to confront the person, but he wasn't going up there with the intent, with the premeditated intent of throwing Jerome off the balcony, off the 12th floor. He was going up there with the intent of taking Jerome's phone. But shit happened, and he knocked Jerome over the banister, over the railing, and Jerome plummeted. Now, he did, however, have the intent of killing Bradley North. With the help of Bronson. Like, between him and Bronson, they were definitely going to kill Bradley North. So that is premeditated. But it was not murder because it was attempted murder. So it was they were attempting it. They wanted to. They were attempting it. It was all premeditated. They were gonna do it. They just got caught. They got trapped. So I'm not sitting here saying that McGuire is a victim. I'm not saying that he's 100% a murderer, but he's definitely partially to blame. So let's read. We're going to go through and read each one of them, but this is what I'm probably going to go with. McGuire did not instigate the racially aggravated assault nor the botched cover-up. However, he did participate in them. his actions led to the death of Jerome Jacobs. Consideration should be taken of his vulnerability as an inexperienced constable, but also of his total failure in duty as a Metropolitan Police officer. It's probably what I'm going to go with. I mean, he definitely was involved in the death of Jerome Jacobs. In this explanation, McGuire is a victim, an inexperienced constable manipulated by a ruthless senior officer, a pawn who feared of his own life. In the death of Jerome Jacobs, he is guilty of manslaughter, of only manslaughter, not murder. McGuire's actions have always been without malice, and his willing testimony has proved invaluable in our investigation. That's all true as well. However, I still think he's partially to blame. I mean, he didn't instigate racially aggravated assault, nor the cover-up, but he was a part of it. He ran with it. And he would have done anything that McGuire or that Bronson wanted. He literally, Bronson was saying, hey, inject this person so that way we can throw him off a bridge and he'll die. And McGuire was like, okay. So he was going to do it. If Bronson told him to do it, he was going to do it. So I'm still leaning towards partially to blame. But let's see what murderer has in store. McGuire is a murderer. He tracked and killed a teenage boy in an attempt to cover up a racially aggravated assault. He testified that he would have murdered another teenage boy given the opportunity. These are the facts. These despicable actions cannot be rationalized or forgiven. Wow, I mean, it's all true. It's all very, very true. However, a lot of this was under the directions of Bronson, under Bronson's forced push. Like, Bronson was forcing this on McGuire. And on top of that, when McGuire wanted out, Bronson said, if you want out, you just let me know and I'll make sure that you're out, basically, in so many words. So in that sense, he was saying, like, McGuire was saying, like, if I don't want to do this, and Bronson said, if you don't want to do this, you let me know and I'll make sure I take care of you as well, along with the other boy, along with Bradley. So he was kind of forced into it as well. So that's why I'm sticking with partially to blame, because he was being forced to do it by Bronson, forced from the threat of death, like through the threat of death, he was being forced to do it. So I'm going with partially. He didn't instigate the racially aggravated assault nor the botched cover-up. However, he did participate in them. His actions led to the death of Jerome Jacobs. Consideration should be taken of his vulnerability as an inexperienced constable, but also of his total failure in the duty as a Metropolitan Police officer. Thank you, DC Tide. You have now heard from everyone. I will now invite you to recuse yourself to reach a verdict on the 4 counts of both defendants: murder, attempted murder, racially aggravated assault, and perverting the course of justice. Thank you. Jury rises and exits the room. Jury returns into the courtroom and takes their seat. Have you reached a verdict? Juror, we have. Juror passes a paper to the judge. Judge turns to Bronson and McGuire. Jerome Jacobs was by all accounts an astonishing young man, talented, ambitious, admired by those who knew him, entering into adulthood with the whole world before him. That morning, he met an old friend, Bradley North, in a park to talk through issues in their friendship. You were responding to reports of drug dealing. You profiled these 2 boys as drug dealers based on their skin color. You then intimidated and denigrated them, and when they resisted, you violently subdued them. Mr. Bronson, the laughing that can be heard on the footage is one of the most despicable things I've witnessed. You clearly delighted in the experience. When you later discovered Jerome had filmed the incident, the gravity of your behavior sunk in. But instead of talking or taking responsibility for your actions, you doubled down. You tried to cover it up and consequently pushed Jerome from the 12th floor of his own home, killing him. What is staggering is that it did not end there. In the weeks that followed, you deceived Scotland Yard and participated in Jerome's murder investigation as you attempted to frame, kidnap, and murder the other boy you had originally assaulted, Bradley North. I have no doubt that it wasn't for the vigilance of Detective Sutherland and Detective Tongue-Tied, you would have succeeded in your wish. This case has cut to the very core of our country and institutions. To think such egregious, to think such egregious acts could be perpetrated by those in a position of authority and trust has horrified us all. It has been a catalyst for the necessary change in our policing and legislation. Ultimately, though, whatever meaningful outcomes, nothing can provide solace to Jerome's family and loved ones. They have lost something irreplaceable and their lives will never be the same. I can only hope the justice delivered today might give some measure of relief and allow them to begin the grieving process. Andrew McGuire, this jury has found you guilty on all 4 counts, including murder. I sentence you, as I am required by law to do, to life imprisonment. I require now to outline what is called a punishment part, and that is a minimum period of time that you will serve in prison before a parole board can be considered for eligible for your release. This would be 25 years. Having regard for all of the circumstances, I have decided to discount your punishment by 5 years. While I utterly condemn your actions, I am of the opinion that you were in large part manipulated by your senior partner, Mark Bronson. You will therefore be eligible for parole in 20 years. Mark Bronson, you have been found guilty on all 4 counts, including murder. I am sentencing... Oh, I didn't see the rest. You'll just have to maybe pause it and look back and see the rest. But Bronson and McGuire sentenced on all 4 counts. Like, that is a huge win. Absolutely huge win. 2 Met police officers have been convicted of the murder of 16-year-old Jerome Jacobs. Jerome died after PC... Okay. Jerome died after PC Mark Bronson and PC Andrew McGuire pushed him off the 12th floor of South London Tower Block last year. Jurors heard how the pair tracked Jerome to his tower block in an attempt to retrieve his phone, which held incriminating footage of a racially aggravated stop and search. Defendant Andrew McGuire told jurors that the pair accidentally knocked Jerome off the 12th floor during a scramble to retrieve his phone. Both McGuire and Bronson were convicted of murder by a jury following a trial at Southwark Crown Court. Footage of their racially aggravated stop and search against Jerome sparked nationwide protests against systemic police racism and police profiling in Britain last year. A government inquiry was launched last month to investigate and address allegations of systemic racism in the British police force. The Met has since issued an apology to Bradley North, 18, who was also a victim of the stop and search and later framed by Officer Bronson and McGuire for Jerome's murder. At Southwark Crown Court today, Judge Hilary Rowans, QC, handed the senior officer and ringleader Mark Bronson life without parole. Junior Officer Andrew McGuire was given a life sentence and will be eligible for parole in 20 years. The Home Security has condemned the vigilance and dedication of Scotland Yard Detective Michael Sutherland and Tongue-Tied for their role in the arrest of colleagues Bronson and McGuire. Police criminality of any kind must be brought to light. I commend these brave Scotland Yard detectives for exposing such heinous crimes and helping to find justice for the families of Jerome Jacobs and Bradley North. Let's go. SE group chat back to normal. Oh, I beg you to stop. What? Aaron sticking his tongue down Keisha's in the hallway just because you finally got a girlfriend. Don't mean you have to show us every morning. What can I say? Man's in love. It's because she ain't sleeping with him. Boy's frustrated. Got them blue balls. Fuck you, Lucas. Anyways, Karen, the one making all the moves lately. Been seeing you chilling with Rosie. You meant to say. Keisha's having a birthday next week. You lot game? Think we're going to go to Peckham Levels. Quite a few of her mates going. Yeah, I think I'm free. Hey boys, it's Detective Tongue-Tied. We are deactivating Jerome's phone. Just thought I'd say goodbye. So yeah, I'm free. Count me in. Them girls are breakers. Can I bring Rosie? Oh, DC Tongue-Tied. Safe. Hey. Long time. Yo. Bronson and McGuire have been convicted. The Red Man is going to prison. Have you heard the news? I'm just going to let them know. I'll just let them know that they've been convicted. I'm sure they've seen the news. We know. We've been following it. Saw your name on BBO News. You came through for us. Yes, I did, Aaron. I sure did. I absolutely did. You came through for Jerome. I absolutely did. I was able to find justice for Jerome. You know, when I first met you, I thought you were some pagan. Just another Fed looking to lock up men's, same as the rest. But I know now. It ain't like that. Life ain't like that. There's good Feds, and I'm one of them. And there's bad Feds. And Bronson and McGuire are some bad Feds. Gotta keep your eyes open for both. Truth. Let's go, Lucas. I like that. Jerome would have liked you. Tongue-tied. I think he would have too. I think Jerome would have liked me too. You're smart. He was smart. That boy had mad brains. Remember that time when Jerome wrote that history essay and like 5 people copied it and handed it in before him? Then he got done for plagiarism? Damn. Off his own essay. He got hit with plagiarism on his own essay. Makes you wonder where that boy would have gone. That'll always be in the back of my mind. What if? Things played differently. It's kind of sad. What? This will be the last message we received from Jerome's phone. Yeah, I guess you're right. Love you guys. I'm literally crying. Good luck with everything. I love you guys. This has been a journey I'll never forget. 100%. Love you guys. You know, when all's said and done, I stand by the fact that Tongue-Tied is the worst name I've ever heard. Screw you, Lucas. I don't love you anymore, Lucas. Have you lot seen this? What is this? Tremor and earthquakes. Sharifa energy reflects on the Jerome Jacobs murder. Snap life. Oh.
Tremors and earthquakes. Anti-blackness rears its ugly head. Jerome Jacobs. Another devastating headline. Aware of his rights. Police body cameras unreliable. The police must be filmed. Footage difficult to retrieve. Another cover-up. The police acted unlawfully, aggressively, racially abused black boys. Flashbacks of police shouting racist slurs over Christopher Older's body. Tremors and earthquakes. The world is awakening. Thousands marching. Children writing on road signs with chalk. Black lives matter. Enough is enough. Tremors and earthquakes. We're not racist. The IPCC embrace ex-police. Families distrust their scrutiny. Unlawful killing. The law justifies. How many more decades in England will police stop and search black boys and men disproportionately? How much longer will parents have to pre-warn their children? When will black children from the US, England to Brazil, when will they be allowed the right to be children, treated with empathy when a victim? Tremors and earthquakes. Racism's blanket shaken in the wind. Can't deny structural racism no more. The mainstream forced to reflect. Communities demand change. 2020, a different energy. Tremors and earthquakes. Solidarity strengthening internationally. Earthquakes and tremors. Hierarchies challenged, resisting and rising.
That's deep. Oh, that was the end of it. I was still talking to the boys. Damn. Well, there you guys have it. Now, there is an alternate ending. If you guys want to see that alternate ending, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed Scriptic's Redman. If you want to see the alternate ending, let me know. If you did enjoy Redman, hit that like button. If you guys want to play these yourself, or if you want to play Unmask or Dispatcher, you can do so by using my download code. If you would also like to support me, you can use my download code that I will have in the top of the description, as well as pinned in the top of the comments, to download Scriptic. That way you can play the free season. You can also play, Redman or Unmasked. And let me know what you guys think. Like, did you guys enjoy Redman? I mean, I thought that was awesome. It was such a good story. It had me back and forth of who I thought it was going to be. And in the end, it ended up being Maguire and Bronson. And we found justice. They were convicted on all 4 accounts, both of them. And they're going to be facing life in prison. Hope you guys enjoyed Scriptic's Redman. And if you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And join the Tethered. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.